the 1 whole and the 1/2, do we start doing it?
Yeah, you
Or
can
do we
cut out the circle parts of all the others, okay?
Like draw the circle on the black part?
You're going to cut out, so, you know, I gave you guys all these. So cut out
Your fraction,
the part.
the fraction material, the red paper that says fraction, you cut out the circles on the red paper.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah, you can cut out all of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't cut them into fractions yet.
Yeah, don't cut them into the teeny tiny pieces quite yet, okay? Just cut the circle parts out. Okay, so how much percentage is this covering? You can give me that number. 100%. Now, boys and girls, when we're talking about percent equals per 100. This word is Latin. Cent means 100. Just like if we use the term century, so a whole century ago means it was 100 years ago. Okay? So per cent equals or means of 100 or per 100. Right? Now, if we take a look at this 1 whole, it's using up 100 out of the 100 pieces, isn't it? Oh my goodness, who is this? 1 equals 100 over 100 because it used up all 100 parts, didn't it? Out of the 100 pieces that were available. What if I take this out and I put in 1/2? How many parts is that using?
50%.
Yeah, 50 out of the 100. And that looks like this, doesn't it? Do you agree with that? 1/2 is the same as 50 hundredths?
Yeah.
Yes.
1/2 is the same as 50 hundredths. Is there a different way we could write 50 hundredths that would involve a decimal?
50.100.
50.100? So if you do 50 and then point, that just means 50. That means I would have 50 of these. Uh-oh, that's a whole different ballgame, isn't it? If we want to write this in a decimal form, it would be this. Everyone take a look. 0.50. That means like 50 cents. So if you say, if you're buying a piece of candy and they say, oh, it's 50 cents, that's what this is. And remember, what's the term cent? What does cent mean? 100. Cent means 100. So 50 over 100 is the same as 0.50. What if I take away my 1/2 and I do 1/3? Who thinks they have a prediction of what 1/3 is going to be equal?
30%.
30%.
Close. Really close.
35%.
33%.
Yeah, it is. It's 33%. And it's actually one of those never-ending numbers. So it goes, it's like 0.33333333. But we just write 33%. Okay? And I'll show you. Here's what it looks like in fraction form. 1/3 is the same as 33 over 100, which is also 0.33. These are all the same, aren't they? 1/3 equals 33 hundredths. 33 hundredths is the same as 0.33. 33 hundredths. Right. What if I go? You guys are gonna go, oh, that's easy. But what if I use a 1/4? Who can predict what a 1/4 is in percent or decimal before I show it to you?
45.
45.
Hey,
25.
45.
25. 25%. Because 1/4 of 100 is 25. You
Yes,
can get it 4 times.
you are correct. And think about it as money. If this is $1 and I cut it into 4 equal parts, what's 1/4 of $1?
25 cents, which is 1/4. Each quarter.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
a
you
quarter.
get 4. Remember each. Let's say you have a quarter. It's worth 25 cents, right? And 4 quarters make $1.
Yeah. So let's take a look at that. Here is my 1/4, and I've put it in my fancy decimal converter. I have it lined up, and see where it comes to?
5.
25. Now you guys are going to have your own decimal converter here in a few minutes. We're going to make them, and then you'll be able to discover this.
That was actually
And here's how we write. Go ahead and look up real quick and take a look at this. Here's our 1/4. It is equal to 25 over 100. And 25 over 100 is 25 hundredths. See? All 3 of these ways of writing that number are correct, and they're all equivalent. 1/4 is equivalent to 25 over 100, which is equivalent to 0.25. Have you guys heard your parents or anybody else say, oh, it's 1/4 to 2? Oh, it's 1/4 to 2. We need to get ready to go. Or it's 8:45. Let's go.
yes.
Yeah, that means it's almost to that number, right? So it's 1/4 of the way to the next number. Or have you ever heard anybody say, oh no, it's 1/4 past. It's 1/4 past noon. We forgot to eat lunch. That means it's gone 1/4 of the way around the clock.
If it's like 1/4 before, there'd be 75 minutes that would have passed.
In a clock, you would be right if we were talking about per 100. But in a clock, there's only 60 minutes. So 1/4 past is 15, because 15 times 4 is 60, and 1/4 to is 15 minutes.
I get really confused sometimes for stuff.
Yeah, I know clocks go with a 60 total, and percents go with a 100 total. Okay, while you're cutting, I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to move on to 1/5. Who has a prediction about what 1/5 will be equal to on our
52.
10.
10.
So 1/5.
10.
10.
Gary says 10. Who else says 10?
10.
10.
You think it'll be 10 out of 100?
Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Okay, take a look. I'm holding it with my finger. What is it? Yeah, it's 20%. 20%, or 20 hundredths. I'll show you what that looks like when we write it as in our 3 different ways. 1 over 5 is equivalent to 20 over 100, which is equivalent to 20 hundredths, or 20%.
Don't all my cutting.
Okay, I'm gonna do another one.
Aw.
Let's show you 1/6. Who thinks they know what 1/6 is? Say that again, sweetie.
15.
15. You're so close.
16.
It can't be 10. It's 16. It's actually like 0.16666, but we're going to just call it 16. And here it is. I'll show you on our fancy schmancy decimal converter. Can you see? That's our 1/6 piece. It's just a smidge over 16. Here's 15, here's 16, and it's just a little bit fatter than 16. Do you see that? But it's not quite to 17, is it? Yeah. And so that looks like this when we write it out. 1/6 equals 16 over 100, or 16 hundredths. Right? Okay. Now, I think most of you have your circles cut out. And we're going to go ahead and make our own frame. So I'm going to tilt my computer down.
I need black paper.
And you're going to get your black paper and your whole circle, okay? Black paper, your white pencil, and your whole circle. Oh, Millie, you're kitty. You're a kitty cat. All right. Now, I'm going to tilt my computer down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to draw a white line around my red circle. I'm going to go around twice just so that I can see it really well, okay? Oops. All right. Did you guys get kicked out, Michaela?
Huh?
Michaela, did you guys get kicked off for some reason?
Yeah, it just like kicked me off and it went into like the regular Zoom app.
I'm sorry. Were you waiting very long, or were you?
No, just like a minute.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we've drawn a circle around. We've drawn a circle with our white pencil around our red hole. One hole.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up when you've drawn your circle. Nice, good, 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 good. I see Isaac has drawn his circle. Isabel has drawn her circle. Hania has drawn her circle. Oliver has drawn his circle. Gabriel has drawn his circle. Millie has drawn her circle. Are you done, Kaiden? Sebastian has drawn his circle. Good. How you doing, Miss Isabel? You almost done? Siri has drawn hers. Okay. Xander did his. Okay, so now we're going to take our 1/2. Go ahead and cut your 1/2 circle out. Just one line. And then you end up with this. Okay? Kaiden has his 1/2. Millie, do you have a question, honey? Go ahead.
Are you supposed to cut the 1/2 or the other?
So take your circle that has the line straight down the middle. It's broken into 2 parts, and you're gonna cut that line, okay, honey? And then you'll have 2 halves, and we're gonna use one of them. Okay, doke. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Great. Excellent. I see lots of thumbs ups.
I'm looking for my 1/2. I'm looking for
Ready? I think almost everyone's ready. Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm going to show you what to do next. So you take your 1/2 and you draw. You can draw a whole line, or you can just draw lines like this where the 2 edges meet. This might be a little easier if you just draw a little line here. This is, the top is 0 and the bottom is 50, right? Because that's half. Can you see that? Give me a thumbs up when you're done. I'll hold this up so you can see. I see some thumbs up. Great. Now we're going to tilt our 1/2 so that it's forming the opposite, or the parallel, or perpendicular lines. I said the wrong word. Perpendicular lines. Good. And then we're going to draw a little line here and a little line here. Okay. And those will be our 25 and 75 lines. 25 and 75.
Teacher Kelly.
Yeah.
Can you turn the camera down so we can see it better?
Is this better, honey?
Yeah.
Can I hold it up like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Now, this is kind of tricky. If we were in our classroom, I would be helping a lot of you, because this is not, it's not super easy to do, to make your lines nice and straight. Oh, I see Gabriel has his. Nice job, Gabe. Kaiden. Okay, Kaiden. Yay. Oh yeah, very good. Okay, so far I'm seeing the 0, the 50, the 25, and the 75. Excellent. Okay, next we're going to take our tenths family, and we're going to cut out one of the tenths. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so once you're done cutting out, you're going to find your family of 10, and you're going to cut out 1/10. Okay? You're going to cut out 1/10. Happy Earth Day, by the way, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I thought Earth Day was yesterday.
It's actually today. I had you guys drop off rocks last night because then it killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I could give you your black paper, white pencil, and red fraction circles in preparation for today's lesson. And some of you got bead frames too. And I'll be posting videos. I'm not going to give lessons online for the bead frames. I'm going to post videos to YouTube so you guys can go and see how to use the bead frames.
1/10.
Excellent.
Have 1/10.
Wait, so what are we doing? I just got here.
We are taking our black paper. You've done this before, James. You've made your decimal converter. So we're taking our black paper, and first we drew a circle with the white pencil. And then we used our half to mark off our top and bottom lines. And then we turned our circle this way, and we marked off the 25 and 75 lines. Okay?
Teacher Kelly, when we're done with the tents, what do we do?
Okay, when you're done with when you've cut out your 10, now tilt my computer down. Now what you do is you take your 1/10 and you line up one corner right with your 0. So you have this line here, and you've lined it up nice and straight. And you're gonna draw another little line at the edge of your 10th, and that will be 10. Okay? Let me show you again. I'll hold it up so you can see it really well. Can you see that, friends? Okay. Then we're gonna move it down, and we're going to draw another 10th right there. Okay, I'll do it for you right now.
Is that going to be 20?
That will be 20. Yeah, 20. And that's what 1/5. Think about this. As we're drawing, think about this. 1/10 is 10. 1/5 is 20. And haven't we learned that 1/5 is equivalent to 2/10? That's amazing. We're making connections, right, friends?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes, Millie.
Can you show it back down?
Yes. Okay, so here is our 10th. 1/10. We line up the corner with 0. And then we draw a little tick mark on the other edge, and we write 10. And that shows 1/10. Can you see okay? And then we scooch it over. And we draw another little line, and we write 20.
Teacher Kelly, mine doesn't line up with the 25.
No, it shouldn't, because 20 and 25 are different, right?
Yeah, because look, it's...
Yeah, we don't want it to line up with the 25. 25 is different than 20. Yeah, they should not line up. Look, mine don't line up either. Take a look at mine, sweetie. See?
Oh.
Yeah. Because 25 is between 20 and 30, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we scooch, 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 scooch. We go down again. I'm going to go right past my 25, and I'm going to draw a line right there, and that will say 30. Okay, we'll draw a line right there, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Here's I line up my line with my 20, and I go right past 25, and I draw another little line that says 30. See? I will hold mine up so that you can see. I need to get better lighting. There we go. I should plug in a lamp and just point it right at my workspace, shouldn't I? Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let me know when you've done your 30.
Oh.
I love it when I hear that. Oh, that tells me a light bulb just went on. That makes me happy. Oops. Okay. So now we've gotten our 30 written. What do you think we're going to do next?
40.
40. That's right. We're going to go to 40. Are you all done with your 30? You ready for 40? Okay. So I just scooch it over again. So here is my 10th. I'm lining it up with my 30. And right here is where I'm going to draw a little line. And that will be 40. Okay, and I'll show you how I do that. All of this is on YouTube, friends. I have posted it on YouTube, and I will post it again on our Facebook page so that you can see it easily. And I show all these steps. Every single step I'm showing you right now, you can go back and you can rewatch. So if you don't get it fast enough, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
I have done all of the 10s.
Already? Nice.
Yep.
You've done this before, haven't you, Michaela?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just came to join me.
Okay, now look. I'm scooching my 10th over again, and look, does it line up with my 50th? It lines up. Yeah. So we've already done our 50 because we did that right away. That was our first one. So now we can just go. Now what am I going to write?
60.
60.
Teacher Kelly,
Yeah.
look.
Let me see. Where are you? Oh. Okay. Tilting computer. I lined up my 10th with my 50. Now I'm going to draw a little line. And I'm going to write 60. And I'll hold it up so you can see.
You're on my desk today. You don't get to be on my desk today.
I heard somebody say, Teacher Kelly. Yes, 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 yes.
Mine doesn't fit.
Let me see. From your 40 to your 50?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit squishy? Okay, that's okay. This, you know what? This can be your first practice round. And then Xander, I did give you a piece of black paper. You can use that later and you can follow my YouTube video and you can just make the one on the black paper. Okay, sweetheart?
Get off the table.
It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. In fact, it's rarely perfect the first time. In fact, I remember doing it for the very first time years ago. And I thought I had to draw all the 100 lines. And I realized later, oh, I did that wrong. So it's okay to make mistakes. Because guess what? You can always use the other side of your black paper too, right? If you've already used one black paper, you can just flip it over.
You drew all 100 lines.
I did.
That must have took so much time.
It did. And I didn't need to.
Was your Montessori teacher there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she said,
She didn't correct.
Wait, what comes after
Mhm.
75?
She said, oh, Kelly, you don't need to do that. I said, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I already wasted all my time on that.
Yep. Okay, so does everyone have their 60?
I'm on 80.
Right. So now we're going to do 70, And remember, we're gonna blow past 75 after we do our 70. They don't need to match. Don't try to match your 70 and your 75 because they're different. They're different by 5, right?
I finished
By
with all
500.
of my tens.
Oh, awesome. I don't want to go too fast so that some of you get confused, but if you feel like you understand it and you want to keep going, go for it. Okay, I'm moving my, can you guys see it okay? I'm tilting my computer so you can see, and I pushed my 10th past my 60. I lined it up with that line, and I'm gonna draw my next line right there. And I'm gonna write 70. There it is.
You don't want to go on 75 to 80 because you want to have your 70 to 80 like this.
Exactly. You don't want to line it up this way because then your number will be wrong, huh?
Then you'll be at 85.
Right. Okay, so here is my next one. I've lined it up with my 70. I'm going to blow past my 75, and I'm going to draw a tick mark for 80.
I've already wrote 80 and 100.
What?
I've already wrote 95 and 100.
Good job, buddy.
Okay. So here's 80.
55 now from
And
55.
now I'll keep going. And I move my 1/10 up, and I find the corner, and I put it right here. And now I know where 90 is.
55.
90. And then I can go from 90 to 100. And I don't need to write in 100 because we just know that that's 100. Da-da-da. So I showed you how to do this on the back of my paper that I did yesterday when I showed you online. So this is what it looks like on the YouTube video. I actually did a whole cross piece right here. I drew my lines that way. But you don't have to. You can draw it the other way that I showed you today.
There. There.
Okay, that's done.
Me.
Yay, okay. All right, now I'm going to show you. If you cut out one of each of your fraction families, we're going to write down the equivalent of all the fractions in their decimals, okay? So if you cut out your 1/2, well, you've already cut out your 1/2. You've already cut out your 1/2. And you've cut out your 1/10. So just cut out your 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9. Okay? And I like to write on my fraction circle pieces the family that they are so that we don't get them mixed up.
I write stuff like 1/6, 2/6, 3/6 on them so that I remember what they are too.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm going to cut out one of my ones as well. You guys are working hard. I'm so proud of you. Nicely done.
Teacher Kelly.
Yes.
I kind of have a sort of a kind of footrest under my chair as my cat.
And it's a foot warmer too.
Yeah. Sunny
Except now the twins are fighting.
Sunny, when she's in someone's lap, she's like a lap warmer.
A lap warmer, yeah.
After a while, you'll probably be sweating.
My cat is very picky with his
Sometimes I
people.
wake up in the middle of the night, my feet are sweating, and Sunny is on top of them.
Oh. You're so lucky.
Sunny sleeps on top of my dad's feet, so he kicks her off a lot.
Kelly.
My cat is very picky with his people.
What fraction circle are
He only ever jumps up on my mom and dad's lap, and if my dad or my mom is petting him with if my dad's petting him with one hand, then he'll just move up a little to beg for the other hand too. Move up on his lap a little just to beg for the other hand.
Teacher.
Teacher Kelly.
Yes, honey.
Once I woke up with my girl cat on my face and with my boy cat on my feet. And all I saw was fuzziness on my face.
Oh my goodness. You're kitties. Okay, I'm going to show you what I have so far, you girls and boys. So I have my one hole. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to write down. Here's my one hole, right? Here is my 1/2. I also have a 1/3. Here is 1/4. And these are all the same fraction circles that I gave to you guys. They're all cut out. And I wrote 1/4 on that one.
Teacher.
Yeah.
I have a lizard now. I have a pet
I'm
now.
in the middle of a lesson, honey. Please don't interrupt me to tell you that. I'm happy to hear about that, but I want to hear you tell me that later after I'm done. Here is my 1/5. Here is my 1/6. Here is my 1/7. Here is my 1/8. And here is my 1/9. And here is my teeny tiny 1/10. Okay. This is the fun part. We're going to write down our equivalent decimals to each of these fractions. Okay, so if you have a piece of paper handy, I'm going to have you write it down on there with a regular pencil. You don't need a special pencil. Okay? And you can even do this later if we go too quickly, because I have everything recorded so you can look back. Remember, those videos, I'm making them for you. Okay, I want you to watch them. And they're only like maybe 9 minutes. One video is 6 minutes. One video is 8 minutes. There's 3 videos. There's the introduction to the centesimal frame, which is what I showed you first. Then the second video is how to make your own centesimal frame. And then the third video is how to write out your equivalencies, your fractions to decimals. Okay, so there's 3 videos. They're really short. Okay, they're only a few minutes each. All right, so here we go. I'm going to tilt my computer again so you can see. And here's my awesome centesimal frame. And I'm going to start out with 1 hole. 1 hole is equivalent I wrote all these down, but I want you to look at the top one. 1 hole is equivalent to 1.00, which is the same as 100/100ths. I want you to think about, this is the denominator, This is how many pieces there were, and this is how much it used up. Or if you think about money, 100 pennies out of 100 pennies equals $1, right? Because 100 100ths is 100 pennies. And if you want to write that down, feel free. If we're going too fast, just calm down and wait. You can just watch if you want to, and you can write these down later. Yes, Isabel?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Sure, honey. Yeah, of course. We've only got about 5 more minutes, though. Okay, just so you know. Okay, so now I'm going to put down my 1/2.
Actually, you only got 3 more minutes.
Really? I show that
Yeah, it's 9:47, I think. Oh wait, no, that's yeah. You actually have.
We could go all the way to 10 o'clock if we chose to, but I like to give you guys a couple minutes to take a pee break and get some water or something. So I just showed you my 1/2. Okay, so you're going to do that with your centesimal frame, and then you're going to write down 1/2 equals 50 hundredths, which equals 0.50. Okay, so 1/2 is the same as 50 hundredths, which is the same as 50 hundredths. That's how we write that, right? 50 hundredths. Now remember, I'm going quickly because I only have an hour. So if it's too fast for you, don't worry. Just go your own pace. Here comes my next one. I did 1 whole, 1/2. Now here is 1/3. 1/3 goes up to 33. Remember, it's one of those never-ending decimals. It goes 0.33333333. And how we would write that is 1/3 equals 33 hundredths, which equals 0.33. And really, it would go 0.3333333333. But we don't need to write that. Okay. Now I'm going to move on and do the 1/4. And you guys know 1/4. What's 1/4 equal to? Who can remember? 25, right? It's 25. So here's how we would write that. 1/4 is equal to 25 hundredths, which is equal to 25 hundredths. This is just another way to write 25 hundredths. 25 hundredths here, 25 hundredths here. Okay. Now I'm going to go to 1/5. Who remembers what 1/5 is equivalent to? Remember, it's the same as 2/10. 1/5 is equivalent to 2/10, which is, if we had 2/10, it would be 20, right? 20% or 20 hundredths. Yeah, I'll show you. And you can check your own too. That's why you have these. You can do these yourself and prove it. So here is 1/5. It's equal to 20 hundredths, which is equal to 20 hundredths. So 1/5 equals 20 hundredths, which equals 20 hundredths. Now I'm going to do 1/6. Who remembers what 1/6 is equal to? What's the decimal? Yes.
16.
Here's 1/6. 1/6 equals 16 hundredths, which equals 0.16. And it's like 0.166666666. It's a repeating decimal. Do you have your hand up, Oliver? Do you have a question, honey?
No.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, who remembers 1/5? Think about 1/10. About 1/10. What's 1/5? Wait, I'm not going backwards. We already did 1/5. What am I saying? Scratch that.
7.
Okay, we're at 1/7. We haven't done 1/7 yet. Who thinks they know?
Oh, is it?
I heard somebody say 15. Is it 15?
Yes.
It's actually just a tiny bit less than 15. It's 14. It's 0.14.
0.14.
Yeah.
13.5.
So 1/7 is equal to 14 hundredths, which is equal to 14 hundredths. Miss Hania.
That's what I was saying.
What, sweetie?
I was saying 14.
You were? Whoa, give yourself a pat on the back, girl. Okay, next we're gonna do 1/8.
1/8. 1/8 is 13.
Oh my goodness. You're so close. It's 12.
12.
Yeah.
Because this is how I got it. Because we did 17, and 17 is bigger, and then 18 is smaller. So I just subtract like a little.
Oh, you mean 1/7 and 1/8?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I know
1/8
that's
smaller.
smaller than.
Yes. Oh, that makes me so happy. You are remembering that the bigger the denominator, the smaller the actual fraction, right? So 1/8 is smaller, so that means its percentage will be smaller. So 1/7 is 14%, 1/8 is 12%. And we would write it like this. 1/8 is equivalent to 12 hundredths, which is equal to 0.12. 12 hundredths, 12 hundredths. Okay, let's take a look at 1/9.
Is it 11?
Yeah.
9?
Yeah, it can't be 10, right? Because we know 1/10 is going to be 10. It's
So
just
it's
a
9.
little bit past 10, isn't it? Little bit
So
past 10.
11.
Yeah,
it's 11.
exactly right. And here's how we write that. 1/9 equals 11 hundredths, which equals 11 hundredths. That's just a different way to write 11 hundredths, right? 11 over 100 or 0.11. And the last one, which is the easiest one of all, besides 1 whole, is just our 1/10.
10.
Yeah, well, 1/10 is 10 hundredths.
Yeah, because it's like
Teacher, what is the title?
The title of the videos?
No. I mean, yeah.
The title of the videos or the title of this lesson? Because I'm kind of doing all 3 lessons in one class.
Video.
So the videos are, just look for the ones that say centesimal frame. And I labeled them video 1, video 2, video 3. Or introduction, make your own, and then writing your equivalents.
Okay.
So here is, and you guys can all check your own now that you have them. This is 1/10. 1/10 is the same as 10 hundredths. Now let's take a look at how we write that. And then your brains will go, oh yeah, I knew that. because we've done a lot with our decimals. And if you've done your decimal number line, then you'll remember, oh yeah, 1/10 is the same as this. But you can also write it like this, 10/100. Think about when we're in our place value mat and I have 10 of the glass bottom beads, the 10 pink hundredths beads. When we get to 10, don't we exchange for 1/10?
Yeah.
So that's 10/100 is the same as 1/10. Right? Yeah. All right, you guys, we got through the whole thing. That was my whole lesson. Good job. If you are a little bit confused or you want to just watch it again so that it makes more sense in your little brain, go to our videos and you can watch it again and you'll go, oh yeah.
Now there really is only 3 minutes left.
Yeah. Luke, do you have a question, buddy?
No, there's
Oh.
bye.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say see you later. And have a great lesson with Teacher Chris. Bye. Mwah. It was great seeing you all yesterday.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.